Hello, Sean Schmidt here. Today's demo comes from Cole Badmute on Facebook. Cole asked that I demonstrate techniques for dodge and burn. What is dodge and burn? Dodge and burn is used to lighten and darken controlled areas of your image, which allows the artist the ability to really sculpt the image through the use of light and shadows. It's a great technique, especially in concert with what I showed you in the last tutorial, frequency separation, which is really smoothing out the skin, bringing out that glow of your subject. I'm going to show you two techniques for dodge and burn. The first one uses a curves adjustment layer, and the second we'll use a paint with blending options. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's come down to our create new filler light adjustment layer. Curves. Let's ramp this up quite a bit. Control I to invert that. Let's create a new curves layer. This one we'll make darker. This will be our shadows. Bring it way down. Control I to invert. And with a white paintbrush, a really soft setting, at I use about 10% flow. I don't use opacity, I just use flow. And we can start to sculpt our light areas. We'll call this layer dodge, and the other one burn. Let's work on our dodge layer on the black mask with the white paintbrush to paint the mask back in. We'll just go through and on the areas where it should be lighter. We want a low flow, so we have to kind of work the paint into the subject, into the image. Some on our cheeks here. Under her eyes. Just anywhere where the light would naturally land on your subject's face. Just kind of enhancing those areas, kind of sculpting what the camera is caught for us. Pretty large, pretty big difference between the two. I like to turn the layer on and off, just kind of get a feel for what the effect is. I can kind of make some judgments on where I need to work next. Maybe a little in her ears where the light is falling. Alright, let's go to our burn, our darken layer. Under her cheekbone there. And give some depth in the eyes. There's this weird glow, like they had a a reflector underneath her maybe. And it's giving this strange glow on her chin. It's great separation, but it's a little bit too much. I want to add a little more separation there. So a burn would be a good tool for that. On and off. Let's put these together in a folder. We'll call this curves. Pretty big difference. Okay, let's go to the second technique. Let's create a new layer. Again with your paintbrush, white paint. This will be your dodge layer. And same thing, let's just paint in our areas where, let's bring down our flow just a little bit more. Paint in our areas where light would land and needs to be enhanced. I'm deliberately moving kind of quickly through this for the sake of the tutorial. Give you an idea of the technique. You could spend as much time as you wanted on something like this to really sculpt it and make it how you think the image should be. And you might be saying, well, that doesn't look too great, Sean. And you're right. Right now, this doesn't look really great. The next step with this technique is in the blending. So what we want to do is we want to come over to soft light. That makes it markedly improved, but we can take it a step further. So what we want to do is double click on our layer, and this opens our layer styles panel. And down here on the bottom is the blend if. And what we can do with this is holding Alt, we can separate these out and pull it over. And what this will do is it tells Photoshop if it meets this gray value to make it transparent. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and create our burned layer. Alt burn. We used white, pure white for the dodge layer. We're not going to do pure black for the burn. Let's select a color off of our subject's face and the shadows, and we'll bring that down a little bit so we get a really dark brown. And same thing as we did before. Let's just bring in our sculptor, our shadow areas. We add some dimension and depth to our subject's face. Double click, open the layer styles, and once again let's do blend if. Hold Alt, drag it over. Okay. Okay, now let's put these in a folder together. We'll call this one paint. This technique is a little more subtle. I don't like this spot here, so if you need to, you can always come over and grab your eraser tool and kind of work things back out if you need to. It's a little high there. Toggle on and off. You can see that really adds to the glow and the shape of our subject's face even further. Paint. Curves. This seems a little bright to me, so we can come over here with our opacity and kind of bring that down just a little bit. Okay, there's techniques that I use for dodge and burn. I hope that you enjoy this tutorial and learn something from it. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will have more videos to come. Thank you. Have a great day.